All right, I found it. I was panicking for a minute. I made a little script for today's video just to keep me kind of on point. I have a really exciting announcement to share with you guys. And this is something that I will be sharing a lot more here on Velvet Diaries. If you're new here, my name is Jessica Monroe. This channel was formerly known as Maker's Memoir. It is still like similar content, but I've added some things. I'm kind of playing around here as I just figure all of this out. So if you're new here, feel free to check out this vlog. I started as an Etsy seller with no experience, and I've been vlogging about that. I am still going to be an Etsy seller. That is not leaving, but I am going to be expanding into something new. But you'll see, I do thrifting vlogs, just day in the life vlogs, and there's some other things that I'm going to be incorporating down the road. Things have just been extra crazy around here as usual. So anyways, with that being said, I only have like 20 minutes to film this before I have to go to the office. What is my announcement? I am starting another business. Yes, I know it sounds crazy, okay? I don't completely have everything figured out in my Etsy shops, and that's because I do that very, very part-time, but it does bring me in a nice monthly paycheck, which allows me to continue to invest in other things to add to my portfolio. And that's what I'm doing here. That doesn't make sense to a lot of people because I don't think it's common that people have multiple streams of income. You might find people that have a 9-to-5 with a side hustle, but like me, I have residual income coming from my consulting business that I had for over a decade. I own a service-based business with my husband. My Etsy e-commerce stuff is up and running, and now I'm adding something else. I also do work a 9-to-5. I'm starting to scale back that 9-to-5 because these other things are coming into play. The 9-to-5 that I have now was basically when I decided to take a step back from the consulting world because it was high pressure, very demanding, focus oriented type work. I couldn't see myself doing that and then trying to do all of this other stuff at the same time. So I do still get, like I said, residual income, which will come in for a very long time. And I have to make up for me not actively doing my consulting work. Okay, if that makes sense. I'm digressing here. I'm going to get to the announcement right now. The reason why I explain that is because I bought a car 6 months ago, and I remember sitting with the financial person in the finance department, and they were like reviewing my income, and they're like, wow, like you do all of these things, jack of all trades. And we know what people say about that, master of none, and that is so incorrect. But I get it. It's not for everyone, but this is something that I feel I was born to do. Now, I don't always feel like I'm where I need to be. And just a little background, I have 4 kids. They range from 6 to 23. I have a grandson. I love animals, and I have taken in and adopted way too many. I am at capacity. I will not be bringing any more in, and just, I'm living life. So it's taken me a little bit longer. It's been 2 years since I've left the consulting world, but I've also gotten a lot done in between that time. So anyways, let's get to the exciting news that I'm going to share with you. All right, guys, are you ready to find out what I've been up to for about the last 6 months? In between all the chaos and everything, I have managed to do a lot of research, figure out my state specific requirements. I was able to run the numbers as far as my startup cost, my profit margins. I've been able to do all that behind the scenes, and I'm going to be sharing this with you through a new series here on this channel. So I'll still be doing my Etsy vlogs where I kind of like show you behind the scenes and what I'm doing there, but I'm also going to start showing you new vlogs about my new business. So let me tell you what it is. I am going to soon be the proud owner of a mobile beverage cart business. Yay! What do you guys think? Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna give you some more specifics here in a minute, but I'm really excited. Right now, my cart is being made. I found somebody on Facebook through like Facebook groups. They're in Kentucky, I'm in Ohio. They are making me a full-on collapsible mobile beverage cart that is going to meet all the codes and regulations here in the state of Ohio. So I think it's been about a month since I put down my deposit and ordered it, and I think I'm due to check up on it like this week to see where we're at, because there's some components I need to buy and ship to him so that he can finish it up. But I'm thinking it's going to be here within the next month, maybe 6 weeks tops. And my plan is to get this up and running ASAP and be at events. However, today we have a lot of work to do for that business, kind of behind the scenes. Really, the next couple weeks are going to be intense trying to get things done, so that when the cart is delivered, I have all the other stuff done, and then we can just go. And one of the things I need your help with is what I should name my business. So let me go over my business concept with you, and then I'm going to share with you some of the names that I have, and I'm going to ask for your help if you don't mind. All right, I am not a niche girl. I hate when people say, pick a niche, narrow it down. Yes, that is good, but it doesn't leave room for like long-term growth, okay? We evolve and change as people. The world evolves and changes. So I need to position myself to be able to just change, okay? So I've decided not to niche my mobile bar cart, or, oh, it's not a bar cart, my mobile beverage cart. See, that's exactly it. What I mean by that is some people that I'm seeing online either focus on being a mobile coffee cart business or a mobile bar business or a mobile dirty soda business. Sorry if you hear Lena in there barking. Hold on, Lena, we're going out in 1 minute. I don't want to pigeonhole myself to anything, okay? I am, however, going to start off mainly doing iced coffee lattes. That's what I'm going to mainly focus on. And then once I get kind of the grip of everything, once I know that I can handle that, then I'm going to branch off and be able to customize per events. So if I go to a fair, maybe I want to do lemonade. If I go to a graduation party, maybe I'm going to do dirty sodas. How about a bridal shower, mocktails, or a wedding, cocktails? That's my vision. So it's really important that the name of my business kind of fits all of those different niches, because I don't want to like call myself, Jessica's coffee cart, and then people just assume that I serve coffee. Okay? Does that make sense? So let me go through the names that I have so far, and you let me know which ones you like. Comment below. and or suggest one that you think would work. All right, so the options that I have, and by the way, I did use AI to help me come up with these names. And if you are a small business owner, I highly recommend using ChatGPT to help you do so many things for your small business. I'll give you a quick example. I have never made any type of like beverage for someone else, like ever. I have zero experience being in the food industry. So as far as like measurements and all of that stuff, that would have taken me a really long time to figure all that out. So like, for example, say that I'm serving an 8 ounce, a 16 ounce, and 24 ounce iced latte. I used ChatGPT to say, here is the recipe that I'm using. Can you please tell me what amounts, what the measurements are, how much coffee in the 8 ounce versus how much coffee in the 16 ounce. Does that make sense? Anyways, I just want to put that tidbit in there because I saved a lot of time with stuff like that using ChatGPT. I know there's like some pros and cons to it, but that's how it helped me. Anyways, let's get to the name of the businesses that I have. So we have Sip Society, we have Wild Pour, The Pour Parlor, Pop and Pour, Pour Vida, get it? And Drift and Pour. So those are kind of like the top that I'm thinking about. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Which one do you like? Which one do you hate? Or is there one that you can come up with? I can't decide. I'll tell you later, or I'll tell you in the comments which one my family and friends are really leaning towards. Okay, so I am gonna wrap up today's video with just like a quick to-do list and some things that we're gonna do today to start working on my mobile cart business while it is being made. And then I'm gonna leave off with, like I said, this is going to be a series where I get to talk about my small business journey. So I hope you guys will join me along that way. Like I said, the cart is coming. I will definitely be doing an unboxing video, putting it together, and then obviously stocking the cart. But I do have a menu in place. I'm going to be sharing that menu with you guys as well. Today, I need to order the syrups and all the other ingredients that I need for my menu. I haven't really tested all of the drinks yet. I just did a lot of work as far as what I wanted the signature drinks to be and what was going to go into those signature drinks. So we need to get those ordered. We need to get them here and taste test them. And then the second thing that I'm going to be doing is a pop-up event with friends, family in the neighborhood, which I'll share that with you guys too, where they're going to taste test the recipes that I have and let me know if they like them or not, because friends, family, they usually give you pretty blunt and honest feedback. So I obviously don't want to start this and not do well because my drinks don't taste well. So that's probably the most important thing. I do already have my cups and lids and straws and stuff picked out. I do have some on hand that I've been practicing with, but obviously as we progress, I'll need to be getting my inventory and my stock ready, so we'll be doing that. I need to find a good cold brew that I can store properly. So we're kind of on a mission with that. We're gonna do that today. One, it needs to taste good, and two, it needs to be easily accessible for me, and it needs to be cost efficient. So starting my mobile beverage business, like I said, I'm starting with iced cold brew lattes. I'll explain this in another video, but basically my state regulations seem a lot different than other states. I have to have 4 sinks, I have to have running water, I have to have hot water, and I obviously have to have places to store the items that need to be cooled. And I'm getting a 6-foot cart, so there's not a lot of room. So I decided to start with cold brew. I'm not going to jump into the whole espresso machine yet, maybe down the road once we get the hang of things. But I'm going with cold brew, and I'm looking for cans, or I'm looking for like a box cold brew that can be stored correctly. I have to purchase my syrups. I'm not allowed to make my own syrups unless I have a commercial kitchen, which I don't have access to right now. So we're not going to be doing that. And then the next thing on my list today is to find places, mainly in the 4th quarter and 1st quarter, that I can start filling out their applications, that I can start, doing my research of how much it costs to be a vendor there. And that's going to take some time, and I need to see the costs, and I need to research, what the crowd looks like and all of that other stuff. Hold on, Lena, we're going to go out 1 second. She's being very antsy. We are leaving here in a second because we have to go to work. Anyways, so that is on my to-do list today, is to find some events and get those set up. All right, friends, Lena needs to go out, so I ended up cutting this video short, but I'll see you in the next one.